We're coming up to toss time for Pat will spin the coin in the. You decided, Jasprit.
We're looking to bat first.
Yeah, what a wonderful legacy in to replace the decider. I'm joined in commentary by Round. Australia will feel buoyant, but that they take the trophy home.
Absolutely right, buddy. Yes, they've lost the on a surface that has quite a bit of ground.
Yes, good morning to the Australian Quicks around overcast conditions. Lunch.
The old pavilion, the tradition.
Day, and it's always fond memories coming back match. He's picked up top of an innings, says Mitchell Starc, at the top of stumps and pads.
He'll get the ball to try to bend away, make sure that he gets himself in.
Yes, getting out to him a couple of times was see how much movement there is in the air.
Second leading run scorer in innings, along with Rishabh Pant through it. First field, that'll be the opening boundary.
You can already see the difference between the MC in the nick of time.
It's going to get quicker as the day goes on. Yeah, perfect conditions.
A little while earlier, he's looked to play a lot. He was out looking for once, caught at square leg once.
Right off strike. Mark Waugh, our own mind of Bo Webster.
Yeah, nice moment there too between Mitch Marsh as well. Went
Enough series, just missed out in that second inning.
No run, no run.
The first over here on day 5.
Interesting to see the bounce, or whether it just a lot of grass on the surface.
More grass on the entire square here.
No.
It's normal Cooch wickets. It's a high.
In the first 2 hours of play, because
I can't think
So many.
teams.
Slightly fuller perhaps from
grass, you might be tempted to area. This is a good.
He had a real wrestle.
That as the day progresses, if the sun.
Sounded they will profit with a run there, Jade. 6 without loss. Turned inside out.
Oh, he went so.
Rohit Sharma situation, mate, not producing the results that we need.
Yeah, and that's to own up and
So is that done now? Is it?
but I think he might just pull the plug. It's tough decisions, but
It's all in terms of a leader, but also a one. So you would love the fair, and it's a shame.
To complement his test match history.
Saw when Marnus Lovins the scramble seam.
Off the mark, just a gentle push. 250 runs in the series.
No run.
He's treated as some. He's gone on to nail the big score. It's
opportunity for him to cement this position now.
3 demonstrates beautifully the counter in 34 Ks. Done. If a lot of Clark injuries. It's power.
That's the right length. I just think in these conditions.
And you got to get the energy in. That's where you slap.
Sleep. And for 11 after 4. You have a natural way that has a slightly bent, so you can't change. Sort of tends to bend their leg. You can't get.
If you land parallel to the crease, you're a top half of your body. In order.
Terrific fast bowlers, and they run through the crease. They don't. If you have to side.
Well, the best way for me to explain it.
I think you're right, Ravi. Australia more maybe be prepared to get to catching the outside edge
in these conditions.
Yeah, much in length.
be consistent. Batsman not sure whether to play, swing in.
His pace has been brilliant.
No run.
4,000 in the house for the first New Year's Eve, Ravi, Binger.
I like the word.
A lot of Indian, always, you know, you got to start the new.
The 9 o'clock fireworks.
He gets a test match catch. It was a patient start by. They lose their first.
And he just clipped it, missed that. So straight over. And Kills, he's been dismissed. It's 1 for 11.
Him.
It's Jaiswal.
Maybe the first of many. He was in the game under the helmet.
That's obviously some bat.
Just there.
Just on Gill on strike. Back in the side. He'll have to get used to these. He's just got to.
Settle the nerves. At the MCG.
Very tough call. It's a tough play. You won't be too pleased when you hit.
Think a lot about the want to meet the ball potentially. Call, but a little bobble for Scott retain.
To talk about him coming into this test match.
Bowling so many good balls.
And these two have had
yes.
that final innings. Quite a few times he was getting significant.
Yeah, well, he orthodox in Melbourne here. I think there might be. Yeah, there is. That will be difficult.
Just leans onto that. Good running.
Bowled too many consecutive overs. Fresher than they are. But these conditions, Sunny said in his pitch report, there was a lot of. We introduced the program as a. This is it.
Yes, there's a fair bit of grass and it's pretty hot and right-hand combination at the crease.
Blame Shubman Gill there. When you hit it, so hard to bat against that ball. What?
And the difference really has been last moment, which takes his first catch. Innings is gone. It's gone.
2 gullies as well. I mean, oh my God, Smith! Absolutely, he's done for.
In the
we have an umpire review for a fair catch.
It's easier now, though. What drama? What theatre? Oh. Quite right, Virat Kohli. So this isn't easy, and Sunny is enough to change
a problem for him, because those he can. This will not be an issue for
way back and taking a shot full, and that's okay. Further up than a half
off the mark. He's now got off the mark.
Well, that's everything is lined up.
So do not look to hit the ball too hard. Here is now showing the
22 for 2.
And he'll be the ideal bowler to bat, because drive him through the covers, drive him.
A song by a choir. Masses of people. Making a bit of ground for, I think even the Australian 23. Now's your moment. Right, seems a long time ago. Perth, soft hands on the front foot. Very important to keep the strike rotating,
because he plays that got an additional gully, because when he and a mid off.
Sonny, it's announcement regards us. Not make too much of it. Not.
Looking at his form,
reasonable, or does it create problems? Playing straight. I know that ball's middle and outfield here to Mel. It's ball. It's the thing about the cook. It tells you he's okay.
Around the knee roll, that'll be. This is fine. It was on the off stump. This was mid-off, slightly wider mid-off.
The outfield is a little slow.
As Sam Constas.
Tight.
And then I think it was Manus.
TV umpire to direct the feet. It's a fair delivery. From this angle, once available, ball tracker, please. Saikat, stay with your original decision.
Fans, the great thing is he's got well
For the media centre.
at the moment. It's 32 for 2.
And I think you got your hands under the ball in it.
The cordon, and we've seen 5th and 6th stump line. He's been
In the cordon, isn't he? We're used to seeing Cameron Green. Oh, he's got a wingspan.
well. Howie, me and Bo Webster. How many more do you need?
Really just suggesting put Steve Smith into first.
G'day to everybody's main end, just a bit south of Hobart.
Bo Webster, who's 198 in height, kind of fill the small gap.
He could cover a lot of ground at first slip as well.
The elegant one.
Shubman Gilly is travelling across a.
Where do you rank it? Have a drive. You've got a McGilly putting him at the top.
Put me on the spot there, though.
No.
Oh, beaten. A lot happening out in the middle for the Australia.
And that's going to be the challenge for Virat Kohli, because Australia in the drive.
Oh no, 3 slips, 2 gullies in
Cricket, because you've got a chance, and then you see all the slips behind you.
over 25%
The batter walks out, averaging 40.
over of the first spell of a test.
Is there anyone in world cricket you think?
Just think the Shubman Gills is very elegant.
Yeah,
That had a
wasn't
beautiful
it?
cover drive
Yeah.
from England.
No, I completely agree. Batters in world cricket, in particular in the white ball game, very nice to watch. But
I just like the.
Kohli defends. India 2 for 33. Oh, increased the average on the.
I mentioned a little bit earlier, got one up there, invited the drive, and fine leg.
Not his most.
Interestingly enough,
How he had been that list.
Yeah.
definitely taught it that way. Blessed in a sense as well. He's got levers, but he's able to get his sides of cover as well.
Minister's house in a pair of added.
But don't look at me. I'm 30.
Draws the driver's head. Heard Ishii back of the box. 2 for 38.
Yeah, because it can make it look a little bit silly. As pack
That's the only negative is the short.
paracetamol nowadays. You're right.
Gets down to the rope for extras.
Coming out to around those balls on and around the off, and there's more.
Warney, I'd suggest Scotty Boland's
Movement out there. We've seen the
Early today. Get the spike stuck in there for a moment. Patrick Cummins, 2 for 42. To Shubman Gill. He starts with a full.
yeah, and at least
Bo
just
Webster.
mentioned it. That was a
well, because you're just not sure how it's going to shot that he's going to want to make. Both. I look to hope to get a little bit of.
but I don't think he's in the.
You just wanted with that stroke there, Shubman Gill. Either of you two been to snug? Way.
And he surfed down there, Howard.
History is not what those out from the UK found the snug. Fall! What? Maybe shaping down leg. That's what the slip. Have a look at that moment. 2 for 43.
Slips, 2 gullies. Real light relief for what he's been, and he's a serious threat. What a gift that is. Late swing.
Showing them that gap, trying to get. Now he's picked things up.
I talked earlier. So a lot of.
A very different wicket. Plenty more grass.
If you play on these bouncy, go your way. You hang on in there long enough and...
Width which worked for Gill, hoping for luck. Expect scoring runs. You've got to understand that.
A lot of the really...
It's just a slight transfer of weight, isn't it?
That he mentioned, none of them would bat. Was one of those, but he the order. David Gower marker.
Was against Australia, and Eddie really like that. He knows his spot.
Team is a god, always wise. Leg slip.
A slip, a leg slip, a short leg. Oh, it's out. A loss of concentration, advances down the pitch.
And again, he's out in the 20, 30, 20, another. And you've got to sense has looked pretty good on Ebgen and make the most of her out after being set. Stroke of luck.
Oh my, that's free at lunch with Shubman Gill.
Who make their way to the crease. They'll begin there. Nathan Lyon was able to run. So that's sent in.
Even if he could bat the whole session, I know that. And many of us to play right here.
Wait, and this was a
Hunt is out there with Kohli. Risk the strength of Australia's new ball.
Game was even because this should be the...
Yeah, I think so. Sort of critical of people. And that was all the third umpire.
Very tough decision for because his fingers were under the view. I think...
Realised at the time because I saw and moved it across to Manus Labuschagne. High tariff pulled it off. The review anyway, it's a tidy over 50 and Australia controlled the run rate so well.
Forward to though is that I believe in movement, so if India
back to that conversation again, just hitting down the ground more to a cover, but with Virat who doesn't cut the ball.
I've often thought that of all the I would say that he's used that to great advantage, but you're right.
The cover drive and the off drive are so on social media.
Nice time to play. It's almost ridiculous.
And he clearly watches the ball like a swimming pool. They're so the ball softly.
Kohli, 2 balls faced at 60 steps.
Changes is those ball coming back into it.
Yeah, the biggest danger is feeding.
159 not out. Kohli's just easing into those.
Remembering that innings was
I'm impressed.
At a pitch, just give me a little slap on the leg.
Pujara, by the way. Yeah, he could have. Well, he's not here anymore. That's fine bowling, fine Achilles heel is by no angle.
Virat Kohli, India are in
bowling, catching, and a desperate Jadeja. Actually, the way he played that ball, that's followed Virat Kohli. Scott Boland. The ball spiriting away to from Scott Boland. It's 76.
Up, ready to go.
See how he plays now.
Must be a shame. Talk from inside the dressing room.
You know, there's got to be some tinkering.
Oh, good move. 35 completed. India won the
along the ground for 4.
Asia drop.
Definitely a brain fade moment, and you just.
Today, I'm not sure what. I'm not a coach. I might yell at them too much, but chase and trying to survive. I mean, it's Australians. They'd pretty much saying, "Well, this is going to be a draw."
Converse for nearly 36 overs.
Yeah, mind that. You're trying to hit the bowler. Pretty good speech by whoever presented.
So he resets himself. It was there.
He's getting a working over. Low to the helmet. I'm getting. He gets more cranky at his own fieldsman.
Oh, and again.
He was very disciplined.
Unusual fellow, but and And he could be so thrown. 1970-71 under Rayleigh Willis. To the ones given to him by his G. Willis. And
one of the funniest men that I have met, though,
from prostate cancer. Quite as accurate as it was in.
Fine on a 45. Hart resets himself. It was there.
Yeah.
Searing Yorker.
Oh, I was going for another bounce. I'm getting soft in his eye.
In your face. Oh, and again.
He was very disciplined after.
So final ball, the Stark over. He's from Richard Pant, that'll after 37.
Poland, he's been a real instinctive player.
Well. Oh, that's a ball. That is a ball, hasn't he, ball? Boundaries scored today because the bowling's been test matches. The standard of bowling.
And the fact that extra energy to push through.
Yelp.
So is that a couple foot down as it's a catch? Rishabh Pant has arrived. He's hit it for 6.
Well, you can pretty much guarantee with
Picked his bowler to Bo Webster. He's a flattered. Get the ball that he was out.
Pat Cummins is bringing the field up to him, saying, "Go."
Oh, the ball. So it's a good shot. Brings up a
Good fun to watch.
100 for 4 from 48. A bit of pace in it.
He's taken a few. Looks like this one's hit him on the shot. Fighting. You know, he's showing a.
Tough pain. Sometimes.
Well, it's wonderful. Japan.
2021 and Pujara, which definitely. And Pujara's courage that day. Hands Bo Webster. And slip catch, but he caught it beautifully.
Fantastic. Well, it's in the case with India, particularly when they don't make a mistake again.
Don't go. They won 2 and they quickly changed. Also, these are hugely accomplished. This time off back foot. And he's got a
ball to get to him. He waited.
Hit it very well. But he'll get 2. That session, in that session, and after 50.